Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Inner Peace Speak podcast. I am your host, Kima, and today what I want to just touch upon, well, not even touch upon, do the episode title is The Art of Healing. Shout out to my love for giving me that title because it makes sense to me of where I am in my life at this moment. We discussed titles last week and how I had to release titles. But in the process of me releasing titles, I'm still going through the healing process. My healing process looks different from everybody else's healing process. So that's why the title of it, The Art of Healing, makes perfect sense to me. I've get into my little, I don't want to say moments, but have you guys ever had to rush to forgive someone because you know that's the right thing to do? To me, as for me, I felt like I had to rush to forgive people that I wasn't mentally ready yet. And the reason why I say that because certain things still continue to come up for me that still bothers me. So I'm dealing with it, and how I'm dealing with it is very confusing in a sense, because I know you're supposed to give because that's the right thing to do. But what do you do when you forgive when you're not ready to forgive? So, I've been a little emotional lately, and I've been, talking to God, and I've been praying, and my heart still feels a little heavy because I had to forgive people that I had no answers to. Mm, mm. So how do you do that? And for me, to be honest, it has been very difficult for me, especially after I released the little segment for titles and had to release the titles. I know forgiveness is something that I have to do. I know it's something that I have to do. I know it's something because it brings peace. But how do you forgive with no explanation? I mean, I just got to be real honest and transparent with you guys. Like, I don't want to make it seem as though it's easy. It's not easy. But it's something, when I say that I forgive, I mean that. But I'm still going through the process of it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying when I say that. Like, I'm still going through the process of forgiving it. It's not just an easy thing because my feelings was really, really hurt. And some of the things that I had to forgive with no explanation. Oh, wow. So, it's not easy for me. I'm dealing with a lot of emotions. I'm dealing with a lot of things or whatever. And to still got to forgive with no explanation, that is really hard for me. But I'm doing it by the grace and mercy of God. I thank Him. So, I just use this outlet, this podcast, just for me to discuss and talk about it, to see if other people may have experienced these things. How I'm dealing with it more so now. I, talk about it more, and I'm honest about it, because for a long time I wouldn't be honest with myself about it because I felt as though, okay, you forgive, that's it. But to be honest, it's a process with forgiving. I'm willing to forgive. I did forgive, but I wasn't ready to forgive. What do you mean by you wasn't ready to forgive, Kima? I had to forgive with no explanations. I had to forgive with no explanations. How do you do that, Kima? Great question. How do you do that? How do you forgive with no explanation? So for me, I went to God and I talked to him and I asked him and I repented and I asked him for forgiveness and I asked him, to forgive the people that have wronged me and I asked for forgiveness for the people that I have wronged. But at the same token, when you try to go to the person to just talk and just, asking for forgiveness and they give it to you, but you don't really have no understanding of why the hurt or the disrespect. And that's what I have to get better with of looking for an explanation. I have to get better with that. So I'm just, just telling you guys, I'm here to just, tell you guys, if you are at this place of you forgave, verbally, but you're not in that space where you fully forgave, just keep on pressing, keep on, praying and asking God to remove that feeling that you have, to really ease your heart, to really open your heart. And because maybe sometimes you're never going to get no explanation, you're never going to have no understanding, and you don't want to be held captive or in bondage because of it. You don't. So at some point you have to really fully forgive. How I'm dealing with it, I'm being more vocal and I'm being more honest with myself, honestly, to, tell myself it's okay to feel like this. It's okay. Long as you don't react on it and long as you know you're working towards the fullness of forgiving. It's, for me, it's okay. For a long time, I never made things okay. I forgave this, that, and the third, and it always come back. So I had to get to a point where I had to say, you know what, Kima, it's okay where you at right now. Don't beat yourself up. I know every day is a process and I'm working towards becoming a better me for me. So I've learned to not beat myself up about, the things, the decisions, and, the process of what it takes. Because I'm on this journey, I know it's a process. I had to really understand that. Just because you say, God, I forgive, or God, please forgive me, it doesn't work. Well, at least for me, it doesn't work that way where it just disappears. It doesn't. Because the people that I had to forgive are close to me. It's not like they are, people that I have met. They are close to me. It's some family members. So for that reason, it was a little hard, because how do you just forgive, people that's close to you that have hurt you, and without no explanation, they don't say anything. Not no sympathy, not no understanding, not no apology. You just gotta take it and just deal with it. How do you do that? So, it's not easy. What I want to say to someone that may be listening and that may be, going through the same thing that I'm going through, maybe at the same place, may not be. Maybe you can encourage someone else or tell someone else that it's okay to feel how you feel. Just don't stay in it. It's okay to deal with your emotions. Just don't stay right there. It's okay to feel how you feel. Long as you just make sure you keep talking to God and asking Him to help you. Ask Him to give you the understanding that you may need. It's just about building a relationship with God. For me, I can't speak for everybody else because everybody have their own way of healing. My art of healing at this moment is just speaking being honest with myself, being transparent and open, because I've understand and I've learned that keeping it inside and not saying anything and just making it seem as though everything is okay, it doesn't do anything for you. At least for me, it doesn't. So, I just wanted to just come on and just discuss that with you guys. The art of healing. It's okay to feel how you feel. For me, God told me that it's okay for me to feel how I feel. I have to be honest with my feelings. For a long time, because me believing in God, and God is a righteous God, and God is, he doesn't do anything evil, and he doesn't. And I understand that he doesn't hold things and once you ask for forgiveness. So because I always known that to be God, and now that I have a relationship, I deal with my feelings accordingly. But because I didn't have a relationship before, it was like, oh no, God is this God is righteous, God is this, that, and third, so I have to be that way. But God told me it's okay for me to feel how I feel. It's okay. I just can't stay in it. And once I understood that, it made it so much easier for me to be honest with myself. So the fact that I'm honest with myself and it's okay, Kima. This is what I tell myself. It's okay. I just don't lash out. I just don't react on it. I just go into prayer when I get into a space where, things is bothering me. I just go into prayer. I begin to talk about it. So, my point to say to you guys is it's okay to feel how you feel. Just don't sit in it. Just don't sit in it. So that's what I have for you guys. But before I end this episode, I want you guys to know, when discovering your inner peace, be sure to be bold, unique, and confident. But most importantly, be you. You have to be you. And this is who I am. I'm not perfect, but I serve a perfect God. I serve a perfect God. And as long as I know that he's here and he got my back, it makes it so much easier. It's okay for me to feel how I feel. It's okay. Because whether the world don't understand me, I know God got me. And that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. So thank you all for listening to this episode or this segment. And I hope that you guys got something from it. I love you all. Be blessed.